Here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so excited to have you here with us today for our booking boot camp. I'm Field Development Manager Kerrigan. I'm coming to you from my home office in Boston, Massachusetts, where it's raining today. I'm so thrilled to be able to introduce to you today's amazing presenter. Emily is a national executive director who lives in McKinney, Texas, with her husband Josh and their 3-year-old son Ezra. Emily's been with Pampered Chef for 2.5 years and was able to leave her job as an orthopedic surgery physician's assistant in October of 2019. She started in 2020 as a senior director and with 5 directors on her team. She promoted to National Executive Director in August of 2020 and now has over 60 directors in her organization. Here are some examples for you of the growth that Emily's organization has recently experienced. So in 2019, Emily's organizational sales were $493,000. In 2020, Emily's organizational sales were $6.5 million. Amazing. And in 2019, Emily's total organization members was 105. And then in 2020, her total organization members grew to 1,110. You know, Emily's strong leadership has been a key to her organizational development. And I just wanted to share a few fun facts. We love fun facts. Here's some fun facts from Emily. Emily loves adventure. She loves adventure. And she has been snow skiing in Dubai, snorkeling in Iceland, and whitewater rafting in Nepal, just to name a few. A few adventures. Now, I would love for you to please extend a warm welcome to National Executive Director.
Hi guys, you're so sweet. I'm Emily. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me. And I am here to help y'all maximize these last 2 weeks of the month so we can all finish 100% strong, okay? We have lots and lots of time to squeeze in some parties and to get paid exactly what y'all deserve to be paid. We will 100% do this, okay? So some of y'all may be on the edge of losing your title, or you may be trying to bounce back after enjoying a few months off of holiday fun or family time. That's totally okay. I'm a firm believer that time off is necessary for sanity. You could have possibly have lost a few strong team members over the last few months who maybe got burnt out or frustrated, but that's okay too. People come and go. We are here to help you navigate bouncing back, okay? So our amazing company has given us everything we need to start the year strong on a silver platter. I want to list these things for y'all and give you ideas of how you can utilize them to your advantage so you can maximize bookings and sales this month. So starting off with number 1, of course, double rewards. I personally have already had some hosts earn $1,000 in free credit, $600, $800, whatever it is. If it's 200, if it's 300, blast this from the rooftops. You want to let everybody know on your personal Facebook page, on your VIP page, brag on these hosts. One thing I've done recently, I love having like a host of the week or a host of the month, and I'm going to show y'all a graphic that I make. Let's see, let me figure out how to screen share real quick because, let's see. Yes, I'm going to screen share it with y'all so you can see my host. Oh, crazy screen here. Okay. So my host of the week, I post this graphic on my VIP page. I tag this host. I talk about how much free product you earn, how much half price. And this is just a great way to let people know and give them a visual of exactly how much a host can get, okay? Because people may see double rewards or hear double rewards and not know exactly what that means. But when you can provide a number provide information as to how easy hosting is, then that's all it really takes. That's all you need to make people understand. So, if you don't personally have any hosts that you can brag on, you can brag on a friend's host. You can brag on my host. You can say, I know a girl that earned $800 in free product. You can word it however you choose. We're not being dishonest, but you can say during double rewards months, people earn 600, 300, whatever you want to put. But just show them the potential of what double rewards can actually mean. Okay. So a lot of people don't realize how easy and simple it can be to host. So do your best to make it clear in your parties and in your posts. And a lot of times when you tag this host in these posts that you're making, they're going to comment. They're going to comment, this was so much fun. Emily was an amazing host. And that helps boost interaction too and makes people realize that it's legit. So that's number one. Number two, the big perk of the month is the power tool sale. Okay. So I have another graphic I want to show y'all about creating a poll on your VIP group asking which of these products you would prefer the most. So you don't have to mention the discount at all in this method, but I do want to show you. Here we go. Yeah. So I want to show you what I did on my VIP page where I said if you could pick which one of these you want the very most, which would you pick? And look at all these votes. I had 25 people vote for the air fryer. That's 25 potential contacts, potential hosts that I reached out to saying, oh my goodness, did you know the air fryer is discounted for this much this month? If you host, you can get 50% off that price. I did all the math for them. I told them the numbers, and I asked to see if they wanted to have a double rewards party. All it takes is $200 to get that half price. So use these power tools as booking opportunities, okay? This can be super massive just by making a little poll on your VIP page. And I do believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I think to do a poll, it has to be in a group. I don't think you can do a poll on a page, I believe. But I want to mention that. So that's been pretty successful and helpful for some of the girls on my team as well. Number three, we have the opportunity to earn new products, like, of course, the blue enameled cast iron baker. This can also be a recruiting tool. Let's not forget about that. But remember, to get these products, you need bookings. So post about these products as a sneak peek and let your VIP followers know how far away you are from earning it. Or if they join your team, they could possibly earn it for free too, a brand new unreleased product. Someone asked if I would also do the poll in my Facebook or Insta story. Yes, polls and stories. I'm a big fan of that. I would definitely recommend posting on your stories often. I'm going to get to that in a second. I have a few social media tips I'm going to provide in a little while too. So number four, of course, we have the 2021 kit. So I know this is all about getting bookings, but honestly, booking launch parties count too, right? Because recruiting someone and helping them get started or even throwing their launch party for them is going to count towards your 5,000 team sales and help you to be Director Green. So do not forget about your host. If they use the kit credit at $200, they can get started for free. Do not forget that. $25 of their free credit can go towards the 2021 kit. So every single host you have, when they hit $200, let them know, did you know you can be a consultant for free? Have you ever considered it? Then you can help them get started with their next party, which only adds to your team sales too, okay? So number five, last but not least, my all-time favorite January perk ever, shared rewards. And I want to mention too, we have never been given this many chances, this many opportunities in a January to absolutely explode. Like, this company is spoiling us to the max. So take advantage of all five of these. If you're overwhelmed by all five, then I would suggest starting first with shared rewards. So this is my top tip. Throw yourself a shared rewards party. So I had the opportunity to take part in the pilot last fall, and my very first shared rewards party was $6,000, y'all. There's a potential for you to throw yourself a party and be green by one shared rewards party alone. So Sharon Zellen recently shared the tip that a shared rewards party is a perfect alternative for when you get a booking no. If someone tells you they don't want to host, ask them why, And if they say something like money is tight right now or all of my friends are burnt out with parties, then follow up with asking them if they would be willing to help you test out a new party style where all of their friends can get a discount too. So these are 2 ideas of how you can implement your first shared rewards party. I want to mention too, this is really, really, really simple. Like, do not let it intimidate you. I know sometimes change stresses me out, but the shared rewards party style and the technology that comes with it is so easy. I do encourage y'all to watch the Teach Me webinar from last week. It was phenomenal. It's only an hour, but you could probably throw a party without even doing the training if you don't have that much time. I'm going to help you out with some wording and give you some tips, but I do encourage y'all to do the dash training and watch the Teach Me webinar as well. But these are the 2 ideas where you can implement your first 2 parties. Number 1, host your own party. Truthfully, you don't even need a host because the host doesn't get our standard host rewards. They just get the discount that all the customers get too. So you can invite all of your past hosts, all of your past customers, and like throw it as a customer appreciation event. Some of my team members are coming up on their 1-year Pampered Chef anniversary, so they're throwing a 1-year anniversary party with shared rewards. And here's how I threw my $6,000 party. So first up, I reached out to every single past host and I sent them this message. I said, as one of my amazing past hosts, I want to invite you to help me test out a brand new type of party. So specifically, I'm giving them an exclusive invitation and I'm asking them to help me test it. They felt flattered. They were honored. They loved that specific wording and I really wanted them to do it. So I said, I'm having a customer appreciation party and giving you as a gift as a thank you for your support. You can get up to 25% off your entire order. In this new type of party, all the guests will share the host rewards. The more everyone buys, the more discount everyone gets. Everyone wins. It kicks off Thursday and only lasts until Sunday. As another thank you for helping me test this out, I will be doing a drawing for a $40 credit out of everyone who attends the party. No purchase necessary. So I'll share this wording if y'all need it later. I included the link to join the Facebook group and then also offered bonus giveaway entries for inviting a friend. That's massive. You definitely want to do a giveaway. You want to offer entries for people inviting guests because you really need to expand your reach and shoot for 50 to 100 people in the group. And another majorly crucial piece to the success of the party was following up with every guest who had joined the Facebook group. So towards the end of the party, I sent this message. I said, thanks so much for joining the new shared rewards party I'm testing out for Pampered Chef. I would love your feedback on this style of party if you don't mind. Today is the last day of the party, and I'm so grateful for your involvement. And then I inserted the link to order just as a little boost and easy access for them. So I truly think asking for their feedback, which I genuinely wanted, was massive for this party. I got so many positive responses, and they were flattered to be able to help me out with trying out a new type of party, but also flattered that I wanted and valued their input. So you can also send out like a customer connection email to all of your past guests, inviting them and make it like a past host, past customer appreciation event too. But party option number 2. Find your own host. So this could be a former consultant or a past host who literally has everything. Since your host doesn't get many standard rewards, maybe this party will help you expand your reach and find new customers, okay? So I posted this sample caption in my VIP page, and I said, I'm so excited to introduce a brand new party style to y'all, shared rewards. Hosts can choose to opt out of their traditional host rewards, and instead they can share their discount with all of their guests. As sales increase, so does the discount. Everyone can get up to 25% off their entire orders. Are you the PC superfan who has it all? Do you love sharing a good discount with your friends? I'm looking for a blank January shared rewards host, so who wants to be one of the first to try it out? So make it basic, make it simple, share it on your VIP page, announce it to everyone that you're trying out a new style, and I'm challenging y'all to try 2. I want you to do one as a host, utilizing your customer base in your VIP group, and then one with a host, okay? I know a lot of people in the chat are asking for wordings. I promise, I'm gonna share the wording. No worries. So, in the last few months, when I personally experienced leaders or consultants on my team coming to me upset because they don't have any bookings, I do two things. Number one, I'm asking them how many people they have truly asked in the last week. Are they asking every guest in their parties? Are they making contacts and putting in the time to reach out to every single person on their Franks list? Number two, I scroll through their social media feeds and VIP pages to see when was the last time they posted anything about PC. Do their friends and family even know they sell Pampered Chef? Do they know what the host special is? Do they know how easy and how fun it can be to host? So, in my personal experience, finding bookings truthfully comes down to two things. 75% of the time, it comes down to asking, to making the time, putting forth the effort to track, to make the contacts. 25% of the time, it comes down to consistently posting online and building a strong social media presence so that your customers trust and value your opinion. A few weeks ago, I realized I could probably use some more January bookings, so I offered to give away some of my stoneware and my stash for the first 4 people who booked parties with me. I really think that kind of sense of urgency helped, but as soon as I posted about it on social media, I got 1 booking. I was pumped, but then nothing else happened. So I sent out a customer connection email to 5,000 people, all of my past contacts over the last 2 years, nothing. No one responded, no one cared. I carved out time. I committed an hour to making contacts, and I messaged 100 people, and I got 3 bookings just from doing that. Okay, so 3/4 of the bookings, 75% was by putting in the work. 1/4 of the bookings, 25%, was thanks to my VIP page following. So sending a mass email or posting 1 post to the masses is fine, but it's not getting you nearly as far as a one-on-one conversation can get you. It's legitimately a numbers game. I can't stress it enough. The more people you ask, the more bookings you're going to get. One of the awesome directors on my team, Erin Moore, recently said when she's trying to get bookings and she's asking around and she's getting a lot of no's and getting discouraged, she tells herself, I'm due a yes. Eventually, someone's going to say yes, and I know it's coming. I'm due a yes. So one thing to consider if you've been a consultant for a while and you have a lot of contacts in your list, you could try out a texting service, which I recently tried last week, called Project Broadcast. And you just upload your contacts from Consultant's Corner into a file, and you can send out a mass text. You can customize it with their name, and you can just blast it out to all of your people. And it's personal because you get a custom phone number and you're sending a personal text to these people. So I do see someone said calling is more effective. You're exactly right. Calling is way more effective because it's more personal. It's called Project Broadcast is the way. And so I used this last week. I sent a message out to 3,300 people, letting them know about my new work phone number and letting them know that I was here if they needed anything. And then I mentioned double rewards at the bottom, and I got 25 bookings from this message. Granted, it went out to 3,300 people, so do the math there. But that's my point, is it's a sheer numbers game, okay? The more people you reach out to, the more people you ask, the more people are going to say yes. So tips for consistency on social media, whether it's your VIP page, your Instagram, TikTok, stories, whatever it is, be consistent. Post regularly. Post something daily. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you don't have any images of food, or if you're not cooking anything, that's fine. Marketing imagery has beautiful videos, beautiful graphics. But if you are able to take your own photos, take your own videos, do it, because people want to see your face. They want to hear your voice. They want to get to know you. And they don't want to see perfection. Perfection is intimidating. Show your real life and be relatable, because that's what's going to attract people. That's what's going to build the trust of your customers. If you're using the scoop every week to make muffins for your kid, like me, or if you're using the blender to make peanut butter all the dang time, post about it, because people will see, oh my gosh, she really loves that thing. She uses it all the time. Maybe I need it too. Or they'll see your life erupting in chaotic madness and be like, oh my gosh, if she can do that and be a consultant, I'm pretty sure I can do that too. So That's my number one tip for social media is be consistent and be authentic. But next up, brag on your host, of course, like we talked about earlier. So when you tag them in this post, they're likely going to comment something encouraging, and people are going to see that. So next up, make it clear how simple hosting is. Mention it's zero cost and minimal work for them. And also watch your pronouns. Do not speak with desperation or make it all about you. Do not say things like, I need two more parties this month. Instead, say, you can totally get a PC shopping spree for free. Be sure to make it about them, okay? Next up, go live with a power tool. Making peanut butter in the blender legitimately blows people's minds, and it only takes 2.5 minutes. And also just washing it. The heated wash setting also blows people's minds. If you mess up or act awkward, which is me 24/7, nobody cares. It's real life. It's 100% real life, and that's what people want to see, okay? Do not let it intimidate you. Just dive in head first and go for it. If you don't know where to start with making the contacts, maybe try reaching out to the people who have liked your last 5 Instagram posts or your last 5 VIP posts. Pick a random letter of the alphabet and message 25 people a day from your contacts list on Facebook. So these are just some quick, easy tips for how to maximize social media because it's free marketing. Y'all don't forget that. This is free advertising you're not having to pay for. Build up your group, get a lot of people in there, get a lot of reach, and don't forget about posting on your personal Facebook page because a lot of times you're going to reach more people that way. You can also link your Instagram stories to your Facebook stories, and your Facebook stories show up at the top of people's news feed. So it's the first thing people see. They're massive. It's so large. And it's the first thing people see when they log into Facebook. So do not forget about the importance of Facebook stories too. I also want to mention, don't forget the significance of booking in parties. So once you get your first few bookings back on your schedule, getting bookings from these bookings starts the waterfall effect. And then it becomes this huge spider web situation. So like say Sarah, you get a party next week for Sarah. Sarah has 2 friends booked. You're branching out to these 2 friends. And then from each of those parties, you get 2 more. So just do the math. That's 4, 6, 7 parties right there just from this one host. So aim to get 3 bookings from each party, but settle for a minimum of 1, okay? I preach this to my team hardcore, but you have got to aim for 4 parties a week. Truthfully, the most successful consultants, the directors that grow the fastest do a minimum of 4 parties a week. So cram in your bookings. Do not book out. Tell people you only have availability for next week. Book them, and then you're going to start that waterfall effect to branch out later on. So cram them in as soon as you can. And then don't forget also to work with your host and remind them about the $50 credit and the 40% off future party pick. So have them post in the party about hosting. You can give them wording, you can give them a graphic, but ensure they express to their guests how easy it is. And a lot of times they're going to be willing to because they know they're going to get perks for it. So as the party sales go up, you can share the host rewards that she's getting because this totally plants a seed in guests' minds if they have any big ticket items on their wish list. So when sales hit 300, just mention like our host has now, like thanks to all of your orders, our host has now earned the host special, 60% off whatever. She's earned this much free product credit. She's earned this many half price items, and then 10% off everything else. So be sure to blast it for every level they get to in the party. So, sorry, long-winded. In conclusion, you as leaders need to hold your team members accountable as well. Hold their feet to the fire. Find out their goals and follow up often to ensure they're doing everything they can to make it happen. Because a strong personal team is going to keep you out of the fire and keep you at peace. I'm very curious. Do you give your personal teams challenges? Do you give them monthly challenges? And are you recognizing them? Are you rewarding them? Every recruiting based, some months it's booking based, some months it's sales based. But every month I have a challenge. I'm giving the winner $50, and they get into it. They love it. but make sure that you're recognizing them and incentivizing them. One of my favorite quotes I've ever heard in my whole time with Pampered Chef comes from the queen herself, Stacy Itzel, and she says, recognize what you want repeated, incentivize what you want changed. So I'm going to say that again so y'all can write it down. Recognize what you want repeated, incentivize what you want changed. Okay? I want to mention too, you can bounce back. You absolutely can start this year on the best foot, okay? You worked super, super hard to get here. And I want you to take a second to remember the feeling you had when you first promoted, the excitement you had, and the pride that you had. Remember all of the perks you've been given, the director boxes, the free unreleased products, the necklace you got, the PC dollars, the early access to information and meetings, the overrides, the extra trip points, the extra income to support yourself or your family. You can bounce back. You can start this year off on the best foot. You can hang on to all these amazing benefits because you worked hard to get here and you absolutely deserve this title. So let's make up your mind to keep it so that you never, ever, ever have to worry about losing it again. And back to you, Karen. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Emily, thank you so much for sharing your amazing inspiration, insight, experience with our directors today. And you know, everyone, Emily is right when she says you can bounce back. If you have a belief mindset, you can make it happen. And so I'd like each of you to really take Emily's words today to heart and make a plan to implement her ideas with your personal and team businesses. And be proactive, take action every day, and you're going to build the business of your dreams. You know, I love quotes, and I really find them personally inspiring. And I challenge myself to take action from inspiration. And so I want to leave you with a couple of quotes. And then we are going to have some Q&A, so don't worry, Emily will be taking some of your questions. So I hope these quotes offer you a little bit of inspiration today. And know that you know, by putting one foot in front of the other and moving yourself forward, you will reach your goals. So first quote, cosmetic mogul Estee Lauder once said, I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. And, you know, if you read more about Estee Lauder, she really lived by the Pampered Chef leadership principle, take action today. It's very interesting. Her story is very interesting. So it's all about just really taking action and doing what you need and want to do to get to where you want to be. And also the late Henry Ford said, and I know many of you have heard this one, but I just love it. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite ever.
It's so simple, but it's truth, right? So, and remember, we really are in control of our thoughts and our mindset. So, you know, it's all about belief. And with that, we are going to open it up to questions for Emily.
Yay! I'm trying to go through the chat and see if I missed any. I'll keep scrolling. But I like this one. Kathy asked, she said, I could use some wording ideas for party guests in a party where there's 25 guests and no one commented on anything and no orders. So I am actually experiencing this right now. And I was going to type a message out to my party guests today and do this. So this is very applicable and it happens to everyone. So I plan to say something along the lines of, oh my goodness, thank you so much for joining Blank's party. It has been so fun. I wanted to remind you that the deadline to order is today, tomorrow night, whatever, and give you the link. I would love to spoil our host with some amazing rewards. She's been so great. Even if, obviously, if no one's interacting, she might not have been so great. But I like to say that just to give them a boost and remind them, like, we're gonna help out this host, so let's try to support her. But a personal message can go far. And another thing I do is in my little, like, my link to order post that I tag in, or I pin to the announcements, I'll go through and tag every guest in that and just be like, thanks so much for joining the party. I appreciate all of your interaction. Don't forget the giveaway drawing is tonight at 9, and the party ends today. So something like that. A little tag never hurts either. Let's see. Jean says, do you use Sell with AMI to keep track of your follow-ups? I do not. I do not use AMI. I actually use the notes in my phone, the notes app, to keep track of my potential hosts and my potential consultants. And I'm just constantly updating that. You are welcome, Kathy. I put all my wording in the chat. If anyone wants to copy and paste that for the shared rewards stuff, I would encourage you to do that. While it's still up, and I'm going to keep scrolling and see what we got. Rita says she loves that people come and go, and it's so true because life happens. People can't commit 100%. I get genuinely upset when people on my team don't love Pampered Chef as much as I do, and I get offended, and I shouldn't. I try not to because I realize people work full-time. I used to work full-time when I started. But I have to remember those feelings of when I first started, of how it wasn't my 100% focus. But people are going to come in and out, and if someone decides Pampered Chef's not for them or it's not their thing, just replace them. Find someone new. Like, you cannot forget that recruiting fixes everything. 100%. If you're having problems with sales, or if you're not growing as fast as you thought you were going to grow, or if you want to make more money, if you want to move up the career plan, if you want your team to be more exciting, more engaged, more fun, recruit. Like, that solves literally every problem that you could possibly have. Someone asked something about Instagram and Facebook stories. I'm trying to find the question. Christine Perry said, it's very hard to motivate people who don't want to work. I usually make my director minimum myself, which is not the best way to handle it, but it's hard. I find people are scared to try because of failure. So one solution to that is recruit, find more, replace the duds. That's what I've been preaching to my team this last month, is if people are MIA, they're not waking up after the long holiday snooze, find new ones. Like, that's the best solution. If you find people are scared because of worried about failure, then ask them, like, let them know, or provide success stories. If they tell you what they're worried about or what they're scared of, then find someone on your team who has overcome that, or let them know how you've personally overcome it too. So y'all got the quote, recognize what you want repeated, incentivize what you want changed. Do you link to your stories on your personal Facebook? So I link my Instagram stories to my personal Facebook, yes. I do not link it to my business page because there's not that many people on it. I have way more Facebook friends than people on my VIP page or my business page, so I want more people to see it through my personal page. That's a great question. I have no idea how to do Facebook stories. I need to learn. Super duper easy. You literally log on and it's right there. So it's right at the very top. There's my profile picture and there's a little plus sign. You tap that and that's it. The posts stay on your story for 24 hours, so that's why I say update it every day, because it's going to go away the next day, so just throw a new picture up there. Karen, someone's asking, will we have the recording soon? Do you know how long that'll take?
Yeah, it depends on Zoom. Sometimes it's, within a few hours. Sometimes it could be a day or so, but it will definitely, it's recording, so we will, it will be there.
Okay, perfect.
It's not like the Zoom.
Oh, yeah. That's hard to trust technology.
Right.
Someone asked if the blender is too loud. The blender is loud, but who cares? Who cares when you're on Facebook Live? It doesn't really matter. Honestly, doing the peanut butter, it's just 2 minutes. And I have my toddler with me. I went live with peanut butter this week again. and he was just being wild and crazy, spreading his jelly on his sandwich, and it was pretty cute. So people didn't mind waiting. Someone said, "Do you do polls in your stories?" Yes, 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 yes. I could preach about polls in your stories for an hour. I've gotten bookings from this. I've gotten new consultants from this because people like a little tap. They like to anonymously, like they're more likely to tap, like, yes, I'm interested, or maybe I'm interested in being a consultant, than personally messaging you because that takes a lot of bravery, a lot of courage to reach out to you and get over that wall. But if you just have a little poll in your story that says, like, these are the perks for signing up this month. Do you want more information? And then I always give the option of yes or maybe. I don't ever give the option of no. So that I get a lot of maybes. And those people, I'm like, oh my goodness, thanks so much for voting in my poll. I wanted to give you the chance to ask me any questions. I'd love to chat more about this. And so that's a great recruiting tool or even bookings tool as well. Julie says, I have a business page, but not a VIP group. I would love some ideas about how to start a VIP group. I had a VIP group before business pages were a thing. So I've just been building my VIP group ever since then. I prefer VIP groups because people can post in that. I don't think they can post on a business page. But don't think about it, just do it. I know you said I feel like I need to start it big, but I'm not sure how to dive in. Just dive in. Like, don't think about it. Don't waste time thinking about it because nothing good is going to come from that. Just make a group, make a banner, make a fun name, invite 5 to 10 people a day. I have like 1,200 people in my group, and I'm still inviting random people to my group every single day because you want to maximize your reach. I also have my VIP group as public, so I would encourage you, if you're comfortable with that, to make it public as well. Kathy says, what kind of things you put on your stories? I put everything on my stories. My cooking videos, my graphics about hosting, pictures of my family, like everything I post on my Instagram and my VIP page, I put it in my stories because some people might see it in your stories, but it might not pop up in their news feed. So if you're just blasting it everywhere, it doesn't hurt. Free advertising, remember? Christine asked if the Facebook stories are linked to Instagram. They are not. You can link Instagram to Facebook and make that automatically post when you go to your Instagram story settings. And that'll help you out too. That way, when you post anything on Instagram, it automatically goes to your Facebook.
I was going to say, just generally speaking, because I've seen a few questions, Emily, about just questions about Instagram and Facebook and some other social media platforms. And I'll tell you, there is so much information out there on the World Wide Web. And so you can actually get some really great video tutorials if you just Google how to use Instagram or Instagram, basic Instagram. You will get some great tutorials. So I would recommend, if you're not familiar with those social media platforms, to start there and really just walk through those videos.
I also spoke in a Teach Me webinar in the fall. I do not remember what the date was, but I gave a whole step-by-step tutorial of how to do stories in your Instagram. And I think it was on recruiting. I'm pretty sure it was on recruiting. So search my name in the stir and search Teach Me webinar, and you should be able to find the replay. And that'll walk you through everything for social media stories. I like Dawn's question. She says, can you share some of your business practices or processes to maximize efficiency as your business grows? You mentioned Trello. I don't know what Trello is, but one of my most efficient tools I've been using is text replacements. So anything I know I'm saying repeatedly, my host coaching, my new consultant onboarding information, I have this saved to the text replacements of my phone so that, like, for example, when I type in PC New Con 1, that sends my welcome message, like, here's the first steps. I would love to know more about you. Send me a photo so I can introduce you to the team. And then I have PC New Con 2. It's like, here's the second step. We're going to create your launch party. So I have all that in my text replacements. I have, like, my personal website. I have that saved in my text replacement. So that's helps me be extra efficient. Someone asked if I can show the poll again. Sure, let me find it. Oh yeah.
These are great questions, by the way. Everyone's really kind of with some great ones for you today, Emily.
I know, y'all are on it.
Yeah.
Is it working? Can you see the poll?
Here. Yes, we can.
Perfect. I'm gonna keep going. Tell us how you prioritize your time between your personal business, and team. Ugh, that's a great question. It's just a balance. I focus really hard on my personal team right now. Some months I can tell like I'm doing a lot with my team and minimal with my personal business, but it's just like the whole oxygen mask on an airplane. Like you have to take care of your personal business first, or else you're going to be a bad leader. You're not going to be able to survive. If your personal business is weak, your personal team's going to be weak. So focusing on your personal business first is crucial because that's going to make you a better leader and that's going to make you a better example. Okay. Change your launch party group into your VIP page because they're already there. Yes, that's a great idea, Shaman, maybe. But yes, if your launch party group is public, you can make it to your VIP page or private, whatever. It truly doesn't matter, but that's awesome. That way, they don't have to re-invite their customers and their guests. So, do you see any other questions? Oh gosh, I have 40 messages to go through. I'm really slow.
I've seen some great questions around the topic of time management. Here's one. Do you have set days that you focus on team, focus on recruiting, or is it all random? So how do you manage your time and your schedule, Emily?
I'm not the expert at time management, but one thing you should consider is what do you do that's the most income generating? Don't waste your time trying to learn how to do Instagram if you're new to it. If you think like that's not going to be the key to success. Spend your time reaching out, getting bookings because that's going to be your money maker opportunity. Spending the most time figuring out what's generating income the best. So I would encourage you just to make a list of what you're doing every day and go through that. Say, is this task making me money? Is this helping grow my business? Is this helping my team? And prioritize that list and figure out what are the top 5 things that you're doing that are bringing in income, that are helping your business grow, and focus on those 5 things every day.
How do you message all the group participants? I'm assuming that's Facebook group participants.
Oh, in a party, maybe. There's no longer a button that says message guests, but you can go to their profile individually, and there's an option there. So it does involve a little more clicking, but when you go to their each guest actual Facebook profile, you'll see a button that says message guests. So you can still do it. Someone says, do you utilize posting programs to schedule posts? I use Facebook Scheduler because I had an issue with Facebook Jail a few years ago, and I have PTSD, so I'm too scared to use a posting service. I'm not even gonna lie. People are sick of Facebook with all the COVID and political things. What are your suggestions on that one? So texting parties, messenger parties, catalog parties, like it's totally optional and it's totally helpful. That could be a great alternative if people are anti Facebook. And Kathy said, or Zoom parties. Zoom parties is a great alternative as well. I don't have any advice on those. And let's see. Made my launch party into a VIP, but the group is private. That's fine. It's totally fine if it's private. I don't want to scare y'all. I just like public because when I post from it, people that are my Facebook friends but not in my group, they still might see these posts. So they can find it. It'll show up in their feeds because it's public. Give more suggestions on how to encourage your teammates with a team challenge. I would encourage you to send a Google form, like a survey to your team. Ask them what they need help with. Ask them what they want from you, how you can help them better. If they're comfortable with their business, if they want to grow, if they want to make progress, if they like incentives, if they like team meetings, like find out how they learn, how they prefer to be trained, and if they even like going to meetings or like your incentives or like free money, or if they would prefer Pampered Chef dollars. Like, just ask them and find out what motivates them. But I love, love, love Google Forms as a survey. What else?
Here's a new one. Do you have monthly team meetings or a group chat? What about your team page? What have you found is the best way to communicate with everyone?
Oh, that's good. Okay. So we do have a organization page. I have a personal team Facebook page and a personal team chat. My personal team chat is fine. Oh, hold on. Let me stop screen sharing so y'all don't have to keep looking at that poll. My personal team chat is great, but I find that as it's getting bigger, people mute it. People are more likely to ignore a chat. So personal messages are going to go way, way, way farther. Just like booking parties, a personal message to ask someone to book a party is going to go farther than a mass email. So a personal message to your teammate is going to go a lot farther than a message in your chat. So if you're curious to see how they're feeling or how their bookings are looking for the month, individually message them. Like, take the time and do it because it's going to pay off and they're going to feel like you genuinely care and you're not just sending a message to a group of 10, 15, 50 people, whatever. Can you share the Google form to ask team questions? Sure. Let me find that real quick. Somehow, some way. Do you do a group chat with your host? No. I would heavily discourage a group chat with your host because that also makes your host not feel special. And a lot of times they're going to ignore it if they're in a group of strangers, you know? I know people do it and it makes people more efficient, but no. And I also recently utilized Project Broadcast to make my host coaching more efficient. So Project Broadcast is automatically sending my daily host messages to all of my hosts. So that's helping out a lot with efficiency.
Is Project Broadcast an app?
It's an app and a website. So it gives you the option. You can pick out your own custom phone number. So you can't use your own phone number. You have to get a new one. And there is a monthly fee. So it's a great option if you have years of contacts. Like if you've been a consultant for years and years, it's awesome. If you're brand new, it might not help you that much because you don't have that many contacts. But with host coaching, it'll definitely help you. Down my survey, I'm just trying to figure out how to copy and paste it. Here we go. Okay. Hope y'all can save stuff from the chat. This is my team, personal team, Google survey. Any other questions? I haven't been seeing the Q&A. Do I post PC every day? Yes. I post mostly recipes, mostly food and recipes. Of course, y'all know about the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, products, recipes, food. 20% of the time, business. So 1 out of every 10 posts is a bookings post. 1 out of every 10 posts is a recruiting post. And I'm not hardcore about that. Like, I don't count them and make sure that's exactly right. But like 1 post a week about bookings, 1 post a week about recruiting.
Here's a good question, Emily. They're all great questions. Here's another question. How do you overcome that feeling of being frozen about how to ask or who to ask? I'm always uncomfortable. I'm just reading this. I'm always uncomfortable that I'm going to annoy people by asking them to host.
That's great. That's a great question. I really, really like that because it is scary getting over the fear of hearing no. And you think about, like, a lot of people have that fear with recruiting and they don't want to bother people asking them to sign up. But you think about it, would you have signed up if someone didn't ask you? Like, you're sharing an opportunity. You're sharing the chance with someone to get free products. You're offering them a truly great gift. You're giving them a gift. And honestly, not offering this to them is selfish. That's not meaning to be harsh, but truthfully, keeping it to yourself and not sharing these gifts with people is a little selfish. Like, you want everyone to experience the perks that come with being a consultant. You want everyone to experience the perks that come with being a host. So spread these far and wide. Blast it as far as you can and let people know, like, I know I know you love food. I know you love to cook. I want to give you the opportunity to host with me, so I can help stock your kitchen. So word it like that, where you're offering them an amazing opportunity to serve them and to help them stock up and treat them.
I have to piggyback off what you just said, because you're so right, and I love really what you said about sharing the opportunity. So if you think about it from a service mindset perspective, we have an amazing opportunity, both the hosting opportunity and the business opportunity, to share with people. And if you can think about the benefits of those opportunities and just communicate those to people, you're just sharing. You don't necessarily have to ask. So it's not, do you want to book a party? It's, oh my goodness, and you can share the shared rewards. So it's something new and different that Pampered Chef has. And so if you think about it from that perspective, I think it makes it easier. It takes more of the pressure off of yourself, right? It makes it easier for you to just talk to people about the opportunity, because it really is a gift.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love that. Joe asks, when I message them from their profile page, they rarely see the messages. What are you doing to resolve this? So one idea you can do is have them message you, offer giveaway entries, or offer a little incentive, offer them a free e-cookbook. If they message you to answer a question, like say, what's your biggest struggle in the kitchen? Send me a message and you'll get a free e-cookbook. I mean, that's a perfect conversation starter, where they can message you a struggle you have, you're providing a solution to them, giving them an answer to help something that they genuinely need help with, but also you're opening the doors for conversation.
Absolutely. We are getting close to the top of the hour, so how about one more question, Emily?
Oh, a lot just came in and I can't decide.
Or maybe two more. I know, there's so many good questions.
A sweet spot in the number of posts I do in a party. I just do 6 to 8, and that's personal preference. I do kind of one every 2 hours. I combine a lot of products into each post and lots of videos. I would encourage personal videos. People want to see your face, want to hear your voice. They feel like they get to know you. So the more you can let them know your personality, they're going to feel connected to you, they're going to trust you, and they're going to feel like they're your friend. Oh, perfect friend. Hey, Lily.
Hey.
This is Ezzy.
Ezra. Hi, Ezra.
Sorry, 6 to 8 posts in my parties. I think, were y'all talking about VIP page or parties? I missed that. We jump on a trampoline? Sorry. Yeah, I may have misunderstood the question, but I do 1 to 2 posts a day on my VIP page and 6 to 8 posts in a party. I wasn't clear on that, but thank y'all for clarifying.
Here we go. Do you want to take one more? You want to wrap it up?
Someone said, do you primarily run your business from your phone? Yep, because I'm gone a lot. We travel a lot. We have family back in Louisiana. We're always gone, and it's so easy. How long do you run your parties? I do 5 days with a pre-party day. So, yeah. I could talk about virtual party content for hours as well, but I think I've talked enough for you guys.
Oh my goodness. Emily, I'm speechless. Thank you so much. This has been amazing. So I want to thank you for taking the time to speak with us today, taking so much time to answer everyone's questions. Thank you, everyone, for your amazing questions. Really great questions today.
I'll take everybody's questions.
Yeah. Emily, you have inspired so many of our directors today with your words and your positive spirit and your great tips. So thank you again for joining us. I know, really sweet comments in the chat. And thank you all for joining us, for listening in. We are so grateful for all of you. And proactive, move forward. You've got this, and take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.